Hi again. So, I mean, we can take those schools who are doing better as a benchmark for the schools who are not doing better in the Jersey City. We can use those methodologies what those schools are being followed, and they can be customized according to the area, because as we see, a lot of parents are not enrolling into the system at all. They don't come to the meetings, they don't go to the classes, they don't go to the parent meeting when they have it in the school. So basically the kids, what they're doing in the school, the parents are not even having in their enrollment at all. So first of all, we need to make the parents awake to go to the schools, make their enrollment as they're supposed to. And on the second thing, I would like to say that we have to have, I mean, I've been saying that from day one, that we should come up with a new committee called Testing and Scoring Committee, where we can tag down the scoring and testing scores of the kids to make sure that their growth is going according to what they're supposed to, and not just pushing the kids from one class to the other class. And other side, we also should have some laws for the teachers. I mean, teachers are doing their job best, but there has to be some kind of evaluation in this area, how their class process are going, what are the students which are paying attention, or what are the possibilities why they are not entering into the after school programs. We should encourage those kids, or if needed, we can also mentor them, give extra coaching and counseling. Thank you.
A quick follow-up question. Many people over the years have proposed evaluations of the teachers to determine a way to find those who are performers and those who are not. We have a lot of pushback from the unions as far as doing something like that. Should you choose to put into place some type of evaluation system that would evaluate the teachers, how would you deal with the union pushback?
See, I met one of those principals like 2 weeks ago, and the principal was telling me that the best teachers they have in the schools are the substitute teachers who are being there, they're doing a wonderful job, and they are from Jersey City. But there are some teachers who are not from Jersey City and having issues. I'm not going to name anybody here, but teachers are doing a wonderful job. Everybody agrees on that. But we have to evaluate. You cannot just pressurize those people who are not belong to Jersey City. We can lay off those people who are actually belongs to Jersey City, pay taxes in Jersey City, teach in Jersey City, and in the end, they're losing their job. And somebody who lives out of the town, getting raised, getting all the merit thing what they're supposed to, which has to be evaluated properly. That's what my concern was. So when they live in hometown, they are attached to the hometown kids.
I approach this question a little differently in coming up with an overall strategy for improving our failing schools that began with developing a 5-year plan to raise expectations, standards, and outcomes across the board. The plan would incorporate both short and long-term goals. The short-term goals begin at the district level, and they begin at the top with leadership. We cannot continue to reward leadership that has been ineffective. It is not serving our children. We need to call for a national search for a professional with the skill, experience, and leadership style that will promote a culture of interaction and effectiveness. We need to realign 346 Claremont Avenue so the outcomes are driven by the results of having our children have a better educational experience and getting better test scores. We need to look at the job descriptions of everyone at 346. We need to look at the organizational chart of people at 346. We need to take the decision-making out of the hands of a small group of about 10% of the people and involve more in the decision-making so that we are incorporating the ideas of many. We need to make sure initiatives that are implemented are research-driven and not about giving work to contractors or someone who you want to reward for something. It needs to be outcome-driven and benefit our children. Everything we do is to benefit our children. Thank you.
I support everything that Karen just mentioned. And if she's not going to do it, I'll say it, number 2. Or number 10, number 5. A few weeks ago, there was a budget hearing, and a number of us went to that budget hearing. And there were a number of teachers being cut, there were a number of other staff people being cut, And what I got my hand on was something that I asked you to inspect. I have posting number 6192 and 6199. This is a position for Director, a Special Assistant of Program Evaluation at the Central Office. And the second one is a Associate Superintendent for Human Resources Department. One, they wanted the application due by April 4th. Another one wanted the application due by April 18th. The priorities are completely out of place. How are you going to lay off so many teachers? How are you going to say we have to cut? And what you want to do is you have these postings sitting around in the main office, in the central office, I should say. I understand everything that she said, and you should understand the same thing, that before we can actually start to improve our schools, we need to look at new leadership. We need to look at new leadership, and this stuff needs to stop.